have a lot of respect for people's subjective opinions on art. I'm not the art police. It's like everybody is allowed to feel exactly how they want.
You can't be canceled if you didn't sign up, but we've signed up in one way or another. Like, you've decided to be a public figure. We've both decided that this is going to be the playground that we're going to play in. I certainly have felt like I've been canceled on numerous occasions. I get canceled every
Guys, what's up? Thus, pop sensation Taylor Swift released her album. She was canceled. Nicole, the former girlfriend of Travis Kelce, made a reappearance and was canceled at the same time. I'm confident that whoever is watching this video knows one of the three in this dynamic, which is why it's so bizarre. You may be familiar with Travis Kelce, a Kansas City Chiefs football player. You may be familiar with Taylor Swift, Kayla Nicole, and his brother, who also plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, or all of them. I want to make it clear to you all that I have no dog in this fight before we even discuss all of these issues and how they develop. As an innocent bystander, I have witnessed all that has happened in the amazing world of TikTok. I'm going to explain to you all why it is so important that we have this discussion. Second, how does all of this relate to the necessity of holding women responsible? And third, let me provide my thoughts on everything mentioned above. Alright, so, in case you didn't know, Taylor Swift recently released an album, alright? And the album received a lot of conflicting reviews. I take it that it was essentially divided 50-50, correct? So, many individuals phrased it in a certain way. They said that it is MAGA Swifties, which is the name of Taylor Swift's fan base. I take it that it's MAGA Swifties versus liberal Swifties. Because she is kind of singing this traditional story and talking about how she wants to settle down, get married, and have children, a lot of ladies were furious with her and came up to the front. These are the lyrics to her song Wish List, as you can see. In the chorus, it states, "I just want you to have a couple of kids. I got the entire block to look like you. We tell everyone to shut up, they do too." Whoa! It made me fantasize about a basketball hoop in a driveway. Boss up, calm down, and make a wish list. Additionally, she received a lot of criticism for this song. Her song Would is really about the intimate relationship she has with Travis Kelce. Pardon me, it says, it sounds arrogant. I was demoralized by him. Opened my eyes, a redwood tree. It's not difficult to see. The key that unlocked my thighs was his love. I don't have to catch the bouquet, girls. Should be aware when a hard rock is approaching. Your magic wand lifted the curse on me. It appears that both of us create our own luck. New levels of masculinity. I don't have a knock on wood. I want to be absolutely clear about her fan base. Her fan base was furious, all right? They were enraged. How are you going? We can do better on our own in this day and age. According to a recent Vogue article, having boyfriends or a healthy relationship is not fashionable. How dare you betray us? We are alone out here. We don't need a man, you know? These women are all sticking together and uniting. How dare you grow up, change your mind, find a partner, want to settle down and have all of his children? You have no right to do that. I know that these lyrics are displayed on the screen. These are extra lyrics from a different song in which many people conjectured that Taylor Swift was essentially attempting to disparage his ex-boyfriend West and sort of call her out for Travis. So it reads, "You couldn't understand why you felt alone," as you can see. You really were in it. You were merely posing as she was engrossed in her phone. The internet was in a frenzy over this, all right? So it developed into this enormous situation. They were initially upset with her for these trades, as I mentioned before. You know, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be all women, who care about their man, all of these things. After that, it became somewhat of a race struggle. Then people went back to the earlier words in which she stated, "I have the entire block looking like you." They were attempting to claim that it's because, the two of them are having white children. It was a complete disaster, all right? It was a complete disaster. In response to the situation, Nicole decided to broadcast this video on social media on Halloween. And she is reenacting the Toni Braxton Man Enough for Me video in this one. She is singing along to the song saying things like, "He wasn't man enough for me." The idea that Taylor Swift was making fun of her and that she is now making fun of black people is just being exaggerated. And many people were pleased with it, isn't it? People were in support of it. They found it amusing. They found it adorable. They instantly completely support her, saying things like, yeah, you know, that's how you serve the sisterhood. I had to share my thoughts with you people now, all right? Let me share my thoughts with you all. Before we delve any further, now this is not the first time that Kayla Nicole's ex has moved on, and she essentially plays into the story for as long as she can, as I recall when all of this began many moons ago. She had done it before. It appears that Kayla Nicole also dated Iman Shumpert. She essentially said on a podcast that he dumped her for Tiana Taylor, and that year she trolled him by dressing up as Tiana Taylor for Halloween.
Dating a guy. Okay. I was dating a guy, and he dumped me through a text message, and he dumped me for this singer/actress. He breaks up with me, dumps me, moves on, and for Halloween that year, I dressed up as her.
In other words, these are essentially the things she does. Therefore, it was quite obvious that she wanted to sort of get revenge on Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and everything else. However, this is what took place, all right? It turned out to be something she had not anticipated, and what transpired was that the Swifties, or Taylor Swift's fan base, seemed to be barbarians. I apologize, but when they returned to Kayla Nicole's Twitter account, they discovered numerous posts in which Kayla Nicole disparaged everyone. And when I say dissing, I mean that she offended every possible group of individuals. As you can see, Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's unemployed ex-girlfriend, is being exposed for her racist, homophobic, and colorist remarks from her past after disparaging Taylor Swift, according to Pop Base updates on Twitter. What does one have to do with the other, you might wonder? This is crucial because you must realize that Taylor Swift's album cancellation was heavily influenced by politics. As I mentioned earlier, the leftist Swifties and the MAGA Swifties were the ones supporting Kayla Nicole. All right? Oh, she's jealous of black women, they said. This makes her envious. She does that. I'm not suggesting that what they were saying was truthful, incorrect, right, or neutral. We're not here to analyze that. The crux of the issue is that as a result of what Kayla Nicole wrote in these tweets, the same people who were supporting her are now viewing her negatively and are prepared to cancel her. This is the first tweet that has been recovered, all right? Additionally, it reads April 22, 2010, as we can see. They went all the way back to 2010, which would have been 15 years ago. I therefore think she is currently 34 years old. She would have been 19 at that point, all right? I live gay people, but not enough to be my own child. Lo siento. The tweet states, all right? The following statement follows. I'ma lead black people to stop trying to pull the black card all the time and modernize themselves to all their available opportunities today. Let me find out that my kid is gay. I apologize, but the pressure is too much for me. Funny. Someone explain to me why Kobe's thirsty wife thinks she can be in front of all the players. Have a down and sit with your no green card. I can hear this Indian girl praying, chanting through the walls. I'm going to tell her that Buddha isn't real in 5 more minutes. I'll shake my head. There's always that one obnoxiously loud black girl with that annoying voice. That one is always there. I'll shake my head. The next person says, "You're stupid fat Mexican 304, that's why we're going to move on to the next chair." Funny. "I'm so hot, my goodness." Nail shop is the next one. Today, an Asian guy is remarking about how attractive you are. Everything is well until he starts claiming that he will perform a miracle on my nails. Convo killer. Whoa. So I was thinking of getting some implants, a boob job, a nose job, a crack-out stylist, and a banging makeup artist. Do you think that I can become the next Nicki Minaj? The tweets never stop, guys. All right? 2014 is the next year. Therefore, if she were 19 in 2010, that would be 4 years later. At this point, she was 23 years old. All right? Dwayne Hare is nappy AF, and he's a whiny one, the tweet states. I don't care about him. And all you laughing nappy-haired ones is the next tweet. That's how Twitter jokes work, and people ask why we behave this way. Nappy roots will be well. Thornton's diaper ball problem is really getting out of control. Love when the black guys on set don't like black girls. At peace. LOL. This is a mess. All right? Once again, I want to explain why this is such a problem because I think we need some background. Once again, the reason this is such a disaster is because Kayla Nicole has been intentionally using her "I'm a black girl" defense against Taylor Swift throughout the entire situation. So now she's being exposed through her own tweets that disparage her own community. Disgusting, nasty, and, people are saying words like colorist and texturist. Once again, this is significant because the same people who were supporting her and canceling Taylor Swift's album are suddenly viewing her negatively. Like, why were we standing up for you? And the reason this is so important to me personally is because I don't just step in and say, oh, these are women here, let me take this stance. No, I need to find the root of the problem. Two things can be true at the same time, so I need to determine what the underlying issue is. You can have one philosophy here and think whatever you want about Taylor Swift, but you can't support Kayla Nicole at the same time, all right? And furthermore, this isn't always the cause of the lack of support, but it just stems from the same topic we previously discussed in the David Beckham video. How much time are you going to spend riding this trail? How much time are we going to be talking about this? You spent 5 years dating that man. We understand. You went on. You're making progress. You know that he has a new girlfriend or whatever. Go on and live your life. She also said on a show that if you were free, if he wasn't a man enough for you, and if you could succeed on your own...
What do you need? What do you need?
What do I need? Thing is, okay, whatever the high maintenance is, the bar that I set is maintained by myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm not high maintenance because I need you to
Do this.
to do this.
But you
this,
match
this,
it. You can match it.
I'm
Whatever
doing it
he's
on my own.
exactly.
I could do bad all by myself. Like, if you're not
Exactly.
coming and adding something to this situation, maybe.
Why would it be necessary to keep exchanging this tag tip back and forth? Because it hasn't gone that far yet. It said that her public relations business really fired her. She stopped using Twitter, she restricted the number of comments on her TikTok page. It's a complete disaster. And it's absurd because people were claiming that she was attempting to remove the tweets as people were posting them at the same time last night when they were becoming popular on Twitter in the early hours of the night. For example, after viewing and screenshotting the tweet, users would click on it and the following page would say, "Oops, this has been deleted." A disaster. A disaster. I've also discovered that many ladies play in the faces of other women. All right? They make fun of you, they serve you plates, they are aware of the trigger words. Furthermore, neither white nor black women are the only ones who engage in this behavior. In general, women do it. They are aware of the words that will set off a reaction in your mind and win you over to their point of view. However, they don't actually like you in real life. Because they believe they're more important than the program, many of these social media ladies engage in live conversations with their admirers, treating them rudely and with disrespect. Just being honest, Kayla Nicole and I are the same. You're talking about protecting black women and other topics on social media. After that, you attended the Chris Brown performance, on stage dance with him. It is up to you, your company, your issue, girl, whatever it is. However, you talk about, oh yeah, I did it for the black girls, the brown girls, across the entire common area. The D, she shared this video of her experience at the Chris Brown concert on Instagram. She demonstrated some of the behind-the-scenes activities. After that, her on-stage performance with Chris Brown undoubtedly went viral. She added, well, that was fun. In the video's comment section, for the teenage me who was blasting CV in her bedroom, I really had to do it. For the younger version of myself who first saw him at a concert. For women who occasionally feel that they must be one-dimensional rather than multifaceted. I did it for all of us who are intelligent, cool, attractive, and entertaining girls. And I also did it excessively for my brown girls. I'm grateful. Apparently there was a story circulating that said Chris Brown was a colorist. She said I did it excessively for my brown girlfriends because of this. Whatever. You're saying all these things too. You're complaining. Yes, I did it for us, for the brown females. I did it. I did it for all of us. You've been calling everyone nappy the entire time. Make that make sense. Like, it doesn't. That is completely nonsensical. And then, of course, there's always that one irritating black female. It's crazy. It's crazy. She is undoubtedly reconsidering that circumstance right now. She says, you know what? I ought to have stayed away from Halloween. I ought to have left those folks alone. I ought to have stayed away from the Swifties. I had no idea that they were such elite detectives. She is undoubtedly thinking that. I'm fairly certain that's precisely what she's thinking. And it's insane because there were people who were furious at a lady for settling down with a man and wanting to be married to him and have his children, as well as ladies who were defending Travis Kelce's ex for whatever reason. It's absurd. As if we're
It's such an outdated way of thinking, and once again, this is the reason I strongly declare that I hold women accountable. Let's face it, everyone has flaws, but you must dig into yourself to determine whether you want a certain kind of connection or if you want to get married, have a partner, or, endure over time. These women are saying things like, oh, I could do better by myself, or I could do, oh, I don't need a man. Don't listen to them. Well, I'm not going to do that if he can't fit the bill. The internet is furious with Taylor Swift because of this. I'm just being honest. Wait, we threw all of our choices in the trash following behind the advice from all of y'all, and you dare to actually go get a man and fall in love and settle down? These ladies are furious. What are we going to do? Please share your thoughts on this in the space provided for comments below. I'd be interested to know what you think about the whole thing. I'll see you in the next video, so please make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this one a thumbs up. I love you.